those folks that's new, Just the Facts BlackRealityClass started about a year and a half ago. We meet on the 1st and 3rd and 5th Mondays of the month. We go over some aspect of increasing and uplifting the consciousness of our folks, of our people. There's been a spike and a surge since last week. Folks wanted to become more conscious as a result of this new crazy guy. Don't even know what his job description is. He's signing stuff, got all kind of executive orders, and you can't even do that. The judge said, "What are you doing? There's 3 levels of government. You ain't even take a civics class. You think a president can do whatever he want to do." No, you can't do that. So, in light of that, so every 2 weeks, basically, we have a session speaking on some aspect of raising our consciousness and becoming more effective leaders and getting on the ground and actually acting on some of the things we need in our community. One of the things that I can't even say his name. I can't even, when they say the president is this, maybe I'm in denial. I don't know if anybody knows one here. I'm like, I need to stick my head in the stand somewhere because it ain't really happening. It's like a bad, long dream, nightmare. Somebody gonna slap me and basically say, "Man, you wouldn't believe it." But one of the things that I think as a result of the change in the tide, is gonna make us come back together.
Right.
You know, and we've been scattered and under delusion for the last 8 years, thinking everything is fine because, you know, and if you think about it, you know, with this false sense of security, Brother Obama there, but the police shooting seemed like it escalated. You know, but it wasn't as, you know, it's like a catch-22. They said the same kind of backlash took place in Annabella. You know, when they started giving black folks land, and they came right back into it. But I think it's going to bring, I'm praying that it brings us closer together and make us become more action-oriented in our communities and hit the ground and stop talking. We got a lot of talking. I don't know if y'all noticed, we got a lot of talking. You know, social media, everybody got an opinion. Very few. We said the laborers are few. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So it's really important for us to get inspired, to be motivated to do something. The first year we went over Malcolm X, a lot of various different speeches and various different talks that Malcolm was speaking 55 years ago and how it applied to today, live. Like, look at Thursday's paper, Malcolm was saying something in 1963 that's going on exactly the way it's going on now. So how much had not really changed? This recent development we've been doing over the last 2-3 months, we've been going over the book Black Christian Nationalism, which is authored by our founder and the first Holy Patriarch, Jeremiah Giovanni, Reverend Albert Clay. And it sounds just like Malcolm, you know, talking about 30 years ago, 40 years ago, the exact same, and not only discussing the problem, but what the anecdote is, what the solution is. So we invite y'all to come by the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Mondays of the month and come check us out. Today, we're going to show this film. How many people already saw the film? All right. This film is it's a documentary, and it's very insightful. I had the honor, if you want to call it that, last week. I had, you know, over the last month and a half, around since Thanksgiving, I've gotten about 6-7 calls by parents. I do mentoring, I got a college prep program, I got clients. And various different clients, parents were calling me, you know, friends of the family, and they were telling me, "Man, my son just got locked up. Man, I need you to talk to him, and he got busted with weed." Another one, you know, 17 years old, right? Then you got another one. He got busted in Target, stealing out of Target. I said, "Really?" Then another one called. Oh, he had a DUI. You know, another one. He got open alcohol, you know. So it's like 7 brothers from the age of 17 to 25. And the parents, you know, make you want to holler, throw up over your hand. They don't know what to do with all of them are innocent, as far as all I'm concerned. When we have the discussion, everybody's innocent. And we have this discussion. I invite them over to the house. And my technology ain't up to par, right? Because we got through the first 15 minutes of the film, I wanted them to watch 13, and we're going to have a rap session, order food, we're having a sit down. And my technology, I couldn't get past the first 10, 15 minutes. I was trying to stream and, you know, all that. And they knew all about that on their phone. Now, go on your phone and backspace and go to URL and cut and paste, and they give me instructions. And then one of them said, this is the DUI guy, he says, man, you need to get your technology game up to par, right? I said, I'll work on my technology game, you work on your DUI game, and you work on your stealing from Target game. They were all joning on me, telling me how old my technology was, it was slow, I need to get an upgrade. I said, all right. I said, well, you need to stop stealing out of stores, you need to stop smoking weed, you know what I mean? So we had a discussion anyway about what the documentary is about. And I told him, I said, but what if it wasn't for you guys acting out, I wouldn't know my technology game. I'd rather have the technology game problem than the DUI problem and stealing stuff out of the store problem and all that type of stuff. So I just had a premonition just to open it up because the whole community is going through the same thing where they're incarcerating our young brothers and sisters, and it's been out of control. It's not getting out of control. It's been out of control. So as a lot of people hear about movies and hear about the documentary, it didn't get a whole lot of press. The conscious community has gotten press. So we wanted to open up to the community at large. And Sprint, I think, is part of the conspiracy. I sent out a blast today, and they already told me I'm guilty as charged. They told me do not send out group texts more than 20 to 25 people. Now they already shut me down 2 or 3 times. I'm a repeat offender, right? So this time I said, you can't hurt that much. So I sent one of them 45 texts to him. I called him, you get a text today? No. They shut me down, shut all my text stuff down. But I was on the radio, and there was a whole bunch of folks that was coming up. It was just thankful for the folks who did come. So now that we're going to watch this film, we have a brief discussion afterwards. But also, for those that didn't, please sign in. And we have a sheet of resources back there to come up with an answer and a solution to some of these antidotes. Because most of these brothers, if they had skill sets and some money in their pocket, there's a good chance they would be caught up in all this stuff, you would think. And that's really important to your self-esteem. You got a couple of dollars in your pocket. There's something you know how to do. You know electricity, you know plumbing, you know landscaping, you know art and design. And somebody's putting money in your pocket, it's a good chance you have something to lose. And when they talk about losing your freedom, you lose the right to take care of yourself, and the right to express yourself, and the right to make a living, and take care of your family. So feel free to pick one up. We have from GED testing, we got a myriad. There's some problems we know we have literacy issues. There's a direct relationship between incarceration and literacy. GED testing, if you want to get back into college. Some folks think they missed that window. You can always go back to college, or always go back, even if it's a 2-year college. Then we got on here trade and vocational opportunities. There's schools where you can actually get certifications and still be hired in spite of the fact of having a record or being arrested. And those type of industries like Mechanical Trade Institute, Plumbing Institute, barbering, and then there's a welding service and we were talking about that at our last session. There's a shortage of welders in the United States. So the federal government has created this program where they're going inside prisons and they're looking for nonviolent offenders who's about to get out, 6 to 9 months. And they're training them how to become welders, certified welders before they leave prison and placing them once they get out. So you get out making $25, $28, $23 an hour. If you wind up losing your mind and going back to prison, you might need to beat it. You know what I mean? You're making $50,000, $60,000 a year, and you going in and out of the prison system, and we know there is a behavior that's associated with it. So we're gonna go put on the movie. Or the documentary. I hope y'all enjoy it. Take some notes. We have a discussion right after. Thank you. numbers. These numbers are staggering.
So let's look at the statistics. The United States is home to 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's prisoners.